Hello, all my beautiful flowers, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So in today's reading, we're going to be looking at how can you attain a high vibe state. And we're going to be getting guidance from the fairies on this. So to do this reading, I've laid out 3 separate piles of cards here. Pile number 1, you're going to be this rainbow fluorite crystal. Beautiful crystal. Pile 2, you're going to be this blue angel aura quartz here. And pile 3, you're going to be the clear quartz crystal. So take a minute and focus on the piles and decide which one you're most drawn to. You can then scroll down to the description box below where I have timestamps listed for each pile. You can then click on your timestamp and you'll be directly forwarded to your reading. So let's get into it. Hi pile 1, so you guys chose the rainbow fluorite. I'm going to place it right here. And I'm going to start by clearing your space. You're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Okay. So you received number 3 with solar plexus chakra. Number 3 again with astral travel. Rainbow with vibration. Number 37 with truth is unfolding, enlightenment. Processing grief. And number 7 with burning bowl ritual. You also received the Hangman card. The 9 of Cups in reverse. The 7 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords. So, pile number 1, how can you attain a high vibe state? So the first thing I'm seeing here, pile 1, is I'm feeling this idea of you working with the universe and really getting into a vibration with the universe and sort of going with the flow and getting yourself into this higher vibration, this higher frequency. And I feel like a way for some of you to do that is through maybe astral travel. So maybe some of you astral travel in your dreams, or maybe this is something that your guides and the fairies are really wanting you to do right now, because I feel like it's going to sort of get you in touch with your subconscious mind and really raising your vibration, raising your frequency, because you have this vibration card here with the rainbow. And so I feel like astral travel may be something that helps you raising your vibration, raising your frequency here. And then I also feel like another way for you to get into this high vibe state is to focus on your solar plexus chakra. So maybe doing some solar plexus chakra work, some healing of your solar plexus chakra. You have this solar plexus card here, and it says, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. So it's really about focusing on yourself right now, pile one, and your self-confidence, your self-worth, your willpower. And I feel like working on this solar plexus chakra is going to really help you clear out any negative energies, any negative emotions, and really get into this high vibe state, this state of healing, this state of being in tune with the universe, being in vibration with the universe. So really interesting. And then I'm also feeling here with this processing grief card. On the back it says, my losses prove how deeply I loved. So I feel like another way for you to get into a high vibe state is to let go of any hurts or any losses or any grief that you felt, and just work on processing those emotions, work on healing that grief, healing that loss. And I feel like that's going to lift this big weight off of your shoulders and open you to this high vibe energy, to this healing, cleansing energy. And a way for you to do that, interestingly enough, is this burning bowl ritual. On this card, we see this girl, and she's sitting in front of this burning bowl of fire, and she's written down things that she needs to let go of, things she needs to release. And I feel like that's what you guys need to do, is to work on releasing any negative emotions or feelings or grief. This could be letting go of people. It could be letting go of places, things, whatever it is for you. There's sort of this need to release whatever that is, to let that go. And a good way to do that is your chakras and clear out your energy and bring you to this state of lightness and high vibration and high frequency, just by letting the things go that are no longer serving you, letting the things go that are painful and are hurtful. So really important message there. And then you also have this truth is unfolding card with enlightenment. So I really do see you guys getting to this state where you feel very light, you feel very enlightened, you feel very empowered. And I feel like you're going to get there by doing these things, by doing this solar plexus work, and by processing your grief and letting the negative things go, and really putting your mind into this high vibe, high frequency state. So really, really interesting there. And then I also feel like, you know, for some of you, you may be feeling sort of stuck because we have a hangman card here. And the hangman card is sort of about feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. So you maybe feel like the energy is not moving in your life, like things are at a standstill. And for many of you, it could be because of this grief here, you know, that you're processing some type of grief and you haven't really processed it yet. So you feel stuck. You feel like you're not able to move forward. And especially with the 9 of Cups being reversed here, because that talks about some type of unhappiness, not feeling happy, not feeling satisfied with some area of your life. For some of you, this could be love, this could be work, this could be just in general. But there's this sort of stagnant energy here that I'm feeling with this group. And I feel like it's really important for you guys to process whatever this is that's making you feel stuck and to just let it go, release it to the universe. And like I said before, for some of you here, I feel like you guys will be moving away and letting whatever this is go. I feel like you will be moving to calmer waters and getting to a better place, really moving to this higher vibration, this higher frequency. As long as you work on, these things here, I really see you guys moving forward because you have the Six of Swords here. And the Six of Swords is about moving on from grief, moving on from hard times and getting to a better place and really, taking that step forward. So I really feel like you guys will be moving in a really positive direction, pile one. So I'm just going to roll the rune dice here to get some final messages for you here. So fairies and fae, how can pile one attain a high vibe state? Okay, so you received the, let's see what rune this is, the Awaz rune. And the Awaz rune stands for movement and change for the better, harmony, teamwork. Wow, we were just talking about that. I was just saying how I really feel like you guys will be moving forward and it's going to be for the better. It's going to be a positive change. Once you work on releasing whatever this grief or this disappointment or this hurt is and really process it and let it go, it's really going to help you move forward. And then you also got this rune here, which is the Jera rune. And it says the results of earlier efforts are realized. Success. Beautiful. So yeah, you guys, I really feel this sense of success here. I feel like you guys are going to be very successful at attaining this high vibe state once you do the work, once you put in the effort and really work on yourself. I really feel like you're going to get to this state of enlightenment here where you just feel at peace and you feel calm and you feel in tune with the universe, in vibration, like we saw here, just vibing with the universe here. So really beautiful. And finally, you got the, let's see which rune this is, the Ansuz rune. And that stands for communication, signals, inspiration, speech. So with this rune, I'm feeling like communication is really key for you guys right now. And maybe communicating your feelings, processing your grief. For some of you, this may mean, you want to speak to maybe a counselor or a therapist, or maybe just a good friend about what you're feeling, what you're going through. Maybe some of you want to consult with a psychic, however it resonates here. But I just feel this strong need for communication here, and you sort of processing your feelings and getting your feelings out in the open, sharing them with somebody would be really helpful. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile one. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 2. So you guys chose the Blue Angel Aura Quartz here. And I'm going to start just by clearing your energy. So you're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what cards you received here. So you have number 10 with authority. Number 21 with illuminate the shadow. Rewriting the subconscious. Number 9 with raise your frequency. Cat with intuition. Number 3 with aromatherapy. The Page of Swords. The Knight of Wands. The Page of Moons, which is the Page of Cups. And the 5 of Stars, which is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so pile number 2. How can you attain a high vibe state? So I'm feeling a really strong message here about sort of changing the way you think about things. And I say that because you have this card here, rewriting the subconscious. And on the back it says, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. So there's an idea here about sort of rewriting your thoughts and really focusing on how you speak to yourself and how you feel on a daily basis. And, you know, like this card says, the more I embrace feeling good, the less I feel bad. So I feel like by you getting into this mindset where you wake up every day and you say, I feel good. I'm going to have a good day today. I really feel like that's going to help you guys change your mental thought patterns and in turn change how you feel in the world. And I feel like, you know, it's all mental for you. I feel like it's all about getting into this mental state of feeling good. And I feel like that's going to really just get you moving, get you into this high vibe state where you're feeling good and you're, you know, you have a positive mental attitude. And it's funny because you also receive the authority card here, which says, the frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So I feel like the authority here is you really having authority over yourself and over your mind here, and really directing your thoughts in a positive way, and realizing that as you do this, you need to be loving to yourself. You need to be nurturing to yourself and sort of give yourself a break, you know, not be hard on yourself, not judge yourself, not criticize yourself, but really change your thoughts in a positive way and really give yourself credit for everything that you're doing. Be receptive to yourself, be loving to yourself. So I really feel like this authority card is talking about you having authority over your mind, over your thoughts here. So really interesting. And then I also feel like another way for you guys to get into a high vibe state is to really focus on your shadow. Maybe do some shadow work, some healing around your fears, around any anxieties, any negative emotions, and really illuminate your shadow here. And I really feel like that's going to help you find solutions to any problems that you're going through by really doing this inner work, really focusing on this dark side. Because, you know, we all have a dark side, just as we all have a light side, you know, and it's important to sometimes recognize the shadow, recognize the areas where we can change, the areas where we can grow, the areas where we can heal, and really focus on those areas. I feel like that's going to really help you release any anxieties or fears or issues, so you can get into this state where you can change your thought patterns and you can feel good and approach life in a very positive way. So really interesting. I also feel like another way for you guys to get into a high vibe state is to really practice using your intuition more. You have the cat and intuition card here. So maybe doing some meditation or some yoga or some mindfulness work, even journaling, can really help you get in touch with your intuition. And I feel like that's going to bring you into this state of high vibration, the state of being in tune with the universe and in tune with your higher self. And that's going to bring you into this high frequency state, because, you know, you also received the raise your frequency card that says activate the 12 strands. So it's really about you tuning into yourself and focusing on, what is my higher self telling me? What is the universe wanting me to do in this situation? And I feel like that's going to bring you into this higher frequency, high vibe state. Really interesting. And finally, I feel like for you guys, another way to get into a high vibe state is to practice aromatherapy. So maybe you want to burn incense, maybe you want to have an essential oil diffuser going around you. This can also mean cooking, using certain spices, certain scents. You may want to use certain oils on your skin in your bath, however it resonates here. But I feel like this will also help you sort of get into this high vibe state, because smell has a very powerful impact on not only our mind, but our emotions. And certain scents evoke certain emotions. So it's really a powerful way to sort of release any anxieties, any areas where you're stuck, and really just open your mind and open your senses to that high vibe, high frequency state. So really interesting. And I also feel like, you know, with the Page of Swords being here, it's about focusing on sort of clearing your mind, and we talked about that before, sort of getting into this state of positivity and really, you know, using your intellect, using your mind. And so I feel like your emphasis here is really on having control over your thoughts and having control over what your mind is telling you. So really interesting. And then with the Knight of Wands, that's a card about taking action. And so I feel like the Fae and the Fairies really want you to take action towards getting into this high vibe state and doing these things that we talked about, you know, focusing on your intuition, using aromatherapy, rewriting your mind, your thoughts, focusing on your shadow side, doing the shadow work. All of those things are taking action towards getting into this high vibe state. So the Fae and the Fairies really want you to sort of work on these things so that you can attain this beautiful high vibe, high frequency state. So really interesting. And then with the Page of Cups here, again, I feel this emphasis of being loving to yourself, being caring with yourself, being gentle with yourself while you go through this process. Don't rush it. Don't put expectations on it. Don't beat yourself up about it, but just take it very easily, take it very slowly, and try to incorporate some of these practices into your life. And I really feel like the Fae want you to be gentle on yourself. They want you to do this in a loving way, and I really feel like the result is going to be very positive for you. And then finally, with the Five of Pentacles, I feel with this card that for some of you, you may feel some type of lack or scarcity in your life. And, it could have to do with this shadow work here. Maybe this is you feeling like you don't have enough money, you don't have enough success in your life, you don't have enough love in your life. Whatever it is for you, I feel like doing this energy work, doing this vibration, this high vibe work is really going to help you release any feelings of lack or scarcity here and really get into a much more positive mindset and much more positive way of life, pile 2. So I'm just going to roll the rune dice here to get any final messages for you. So Fairies and Fae, how can pile 2 attain a high vibe state, please? Okay, so you have this rune here, which is Kanaz, and it says vision, knowledge, creativity, inspiration. Wow, that's interesting because we talked about you focusing on your mind here and what your thoughts are telling you on a daily basis. So there's an idea here about knowledge and vision, you having a vision of how your day is going to go, telling yourself, I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to feel good today. All those things is really going to be helpful for you, pile 2. And then you also receive this rune here, which is Perthro. And it says initiation, knowledge of the future, destiny, determining the future. Yeah, so I also feel like, getting into this high frequency, high vibe state is going to allow some of you to even read your own future or determine the future. I feel like for some of you, you may already have, some psychic tendencies here, some psychic gifts, and raising your frequency is going to really help you tune into those gifts and use those gifts. So you may even be able to, forecast future events and do things like that once you get into this high vibe state, pile 2. So really interesting. And finally, you have this rune here, which is let me just find it here. This one is, thought it was that one, but let's see. I believe it's the Manaz. This is a hard one. Actually, it might be the Dagaz rune, which is change directed by your own will, transformation. So, yeah, I really see you guys transforming your energy here. I see you making these positive changes, doing this shadow work, focusing on your intuition, focusing on your mind, your thoughts, and really getting to this high vibe, high frequency state. So a lot of transformation, a lot of change for you here, pile 2. So I feel like that's all I have for you today, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like this reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile 3. So you guys chose the clear quartz crystal here. And I'm going to start by clearing your space here. So you're going to hear 3 loud sounds. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what cards you got. So you received number 41 with synergy. Number 30 with sacred divinity. Allowing appreciation. Lion with power. Number 32 with hope. Number 34 with massage. The Ace of Swords. The 6 of Swords. The 5 of Cups in reverse. And the 8 of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. So pile 3, how can you attain a high vibe state? So I'm being drawn to this allowing appreciation card here, and I'm going to read the back of it to you. It says, the value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Yeah, so I feel this need here, pile 3, to maybe do a gratitude list or some type of journaling where you express the gratitude for everything that you have in your life and really appreciate what you have and what you've attained so far. And I feel like this is really going to open you to this high vibe state, to this high frequency state, because when we appreciate the blessings that we have, we sort of create this flow with the universe, and it allows more blessings to come into our life. It brings in that flow of positive energy. So I really feel like practicing gratitude on a daily basis would be really helpful for you guys in attaining this high vibe state, this vibration, this frequency with the universe. So really interesting. And then I'm also getting this idea of synergy here and you guys working with the universe and sort of, as I mentioned before, getting into that flow with the universe. You got the synergy card here, and I'll read it to you. It says, the frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Interesting. Yeah, so there's this idea of sort of working with the universe here and sort of having a fresh approach to things, allowing new thoughts to come in, new energy to come in, so that you can come up with new ways of doing things, and you can create this new reality for yourself, this new reality of being in tune with the universe and being in tune with yourself, and sort of, like this card says, allowing new ways of being, new ways of thinking to come into your life. And, sort of having this synergy with the universe here. I really feel like that's going to lead you to feeling very at one with the universe, feeling part of the bigger picture, feeling part of the whole, and just getting into this high vibe, high energy state, pile 3. And I feel like part of that also is about getting in touch with your divinity, whatever that is, whether that's God, whether that's the universe, a higher power, but realizing how sacred you are in that higher power's eyes, how sacred you are, and the power that you have to create change in your life, the power that you have to get into this high vibe state, and to realize that there's 2 paths that you can go. You can stay in a low vibe, low frequency state, or you can choose to be in this high vibe state where you're feeling gratitude about things, you're feeling good, you're feeling at one with the universe, and really embracing that, really taking advantage of that power that you have. So, and it's interesting because you also received the Lion card here with power. So again, it's, the fairies are really saying you have the power here to make this change, to get into this high vibe state. It's all about whether you make those changes, whether you put in that effort and you really get into the mindset of doing that, so really interesting. And I feel like also, for some of you, part of getting into a high vibe state is about having hope and having positive thoughts. You have the hope card here with the rising phoenix. So, for some of you, you may have been through some hard times lately or some difficult circumstances. But I feel like by you having hope here and really maintaining positivity and positive thoughts about the future, it's really going to help you get into this high vibe state. And it's going to help you rise just like the phoenix rose, from ashes, from nothing. The phoenix rose into this beautiful, transcendent, spiritual creature. And I feel like you guys have the power to do that here. You have the ability. It's just about putting your mind to it and really doing it. And lastly, I feel like, for some of you, massage may be really helpful for you to get into this high vibe state. We hold a lot of emotions, a lot of pent up energy and negativity in our bodies. For me, it's my neck a lot of times, or my back, and it's even showing this on this card here, but it's showing, massaging your feet, massaging your neck, massaging your back, maybe even your palms of your hands. But for a lot of you, this is going to help you release a lot of that tension, a lot of that frustration or that anger, and really help you get into this positive high vibe state. So that's also something to think about, pile 3. And then moving on to your tarot here, I feel like a really important part of your getting into this high vibe state is really getting clarity on your situation and really gaining this clarity of mind here. The Ace of Swords is all about finding the truth and getting down to the nitty-gritty, finding the truth of things. And it sort of goes along with this synergy card here, just being really open-minded to new ways of doing things, new ways of thinking, new practices, putting into place new practices. So there's this idea of sort of like opening your mind and just being receptive to what the universe has in store for you. And then with the Six of Swords card, that's all about moving past difficulty and moving on to calmer waters, better times. And I really see you guys doing that. I see you getting over whatever hurts or hardships you've been through and really moving on to this place of peace, this place of high vibration. And like I said, a lot of that involves having hope and getting in touch with your own power, really stepping into your power and really feeling that empowerment that you hold and that sacred divinity that you have as a human being. So beautiful energy there. And then with the Five of Cups in reverse, that's about, feeling happy again. It's about not feeling disappointed, but really being in a better place. And like I said before, I feel you guys doing that. I feel after you do this work here on, this gratitude work and this work of getting into your power and having hope and all of those things are going to bring you to this place of peace, this place of happiness. So really beautiful. And then the Eight of Wands is really about taking action towards this high vibe state, really doing the work, really taking the time out of your daily life to focus on this, to focus on how you're feeling and what sort of energy you're giving off to the world, and I really feel like it's going to be a quick process for you guys. I feel like you're going to, once you start this work, it's going to happen really quickly for you. You're going to sort of get into this flow where you're feeling at one with the universe. You're feeling this synergy here. And it's really going to bring you into this beautiful, high frequency state, high vibe state. So really interesting. So I'm just going to get a few last messages for you here from the Fairies and Fae. So Fairies and Fae, how can pile 3 get into a high vibe state, please? Okay, so you have this rune here, which is the Laguz rune, and it stands for renewal, healing, imagination, and psychic matters. Yeah, so it's funny because, we talked about healing here. We talked about renewal. And so, and also imagination, we talked about that a lot, about being open to new things, new ways of thinking, new experiences. And that's what this rune is speaking about. So really interesting. You also received this rune here, which is the Radha rune, and it stands for journey, vacation, relocation, change of place. Interesting. So for some of you, getting into this high vibe state may involve moving or changing where you're at. Maybe that will sort of help you renew your energy here and have hope again for the future. So for some of you, this could involve a move, or this could just be a vacation that you take to sort of renew yourself, renew your mind, get away from the daily grind and just focus on renewal and healing. So really interesting. And then finally you have this rune here, which is the Algiz rune, and it stands for defense, warding off evil, awakening. Yeah, so I do feel like you guys are really going to be awakening here. You know, you have the renewal rune, you have the awakening rune. So it's almost like awakening to your power, awakening to your own divinity here, and seeing what place you have in this world and how you're capable of attaining this high vibe state, how you have the power to do that. You have the power over your mind and over your body to attain this high vibe state. So, really, really interesting, pile three. So, I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, pile three. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up down below. And if you like the reading and would like to see more like it in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It really does help my channel grow. And I'd love to have you as part of the Flower Fairy family. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day and thank you for being here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.